I was 2 days away from signing the nursing home papers. My mom had taken a fall. My dad was forgetting where he was, and I was exhausted, physically, emotionally, financially. Everyone said, "It's time. Just put them in a home. You'll feel better." And for a minute, I believed them. I told myself, they'll be safe. There will be nurses. They won't have to cook or clean. Isn't that what they need? But the moment I walked through those nursing home doors, something in me cracked. It felt cold, clinical, impersonal. My parents, who'd spent their whole lives building a home, raising kids, being fiercely independent, were suddenly going to be tucked away like they didn't matter anymore. I couldn't do it, so I started searching. I went deep. I talked to doctors, caregivers, social workers, families who had been through it all. And what I found shocked me. There isn't just one path. There are better options, more personal, more empowering, and in many cases, more affordable. If you're in that same terrifying place, confused, overwhelmed, out of time, pause, take a breath, because I'm about to show you 6 powerful alternatives to nursing homes that could change everything. When you hear the words elder care, most people picture hospital beds, bland hallways, and that faint smell of hand sanitizer. But here's something most families don't realize. According to AARP, 77% of seniors say they want to age in their own homes. And yet many end up in nursing homes, not because they need to, but because their families didn't know there were better options. That's the heart of in-home care. My friend Susan's dad was struggling with memory issues. She thought a facility was her only option, until a neighbor mentioned they had a caregiver come by a few hours each day. Now her dad gets help with meals, medication, and bathing, but he still spends mornings in his favorite recliner, watching birds from the porch. That kind of emotional comfort, you can't replicate it in a shared room down the hall. In-home care offers flexible support, anything from light assistance a few hours a week to full-time care. It's perfect for seniors who value independence, but need a little help to stay safe and comfortable. And while it sounds expensive, it's often not. The national average for in-home care is around $6,300 per month, which is still less than many nursing homes, especially when you factor in things like individualized attention and no facility fees. Plus, your parents get to keep their routines, their pets, their neighbors, their dignity. Now, in-home care does take coordination. You'll need to vet caregivers, build a schedule, and stay involved. But for thousands of families, the result is worth it. A safer, happier life in the place they call home. And that's something no institution can replace. If you're picturing a nursing home with shared rooms, strict schedules, and bingo at 4 p.m. sharp, you're not thinking of assisted living. This isn't about locking your parents away. It's about giving them a life with more freedom, not less. In assisted living, seniors live in their own private apartments, often with a kitchen, a bathroom, and their favorite recliner right where they want it. There's help available for cooking, cleaning, medication, and transportation. But it's on their terms. It's like living in a condo complex with friends, nurses, and a dining hall that doesn't serve mystery meat. My Uncle Jerry moved into one after his arthritis made cooking a struggle. Within a week, he joined a walking group, made a poker buddy, and learned how to use FaceTime for the first time ever. The average cost? Around $5,900 per month, which may sound high, but it includes housing, food, help with daily tasks, and 24/7 staff. It's still less than full-time nursing home care, which can easily top $10,000. And unlike traditional care facilities, these places are built to feel like home, not a hospital. It's perfect for older adults who can still manage most of their day-to-day life, but need a bit of a safety net and want the freedom to live rather than just exist. For many families, this is the sweet spot. Independence with just the right amount of support. If you're picturing a nursing home with shared rooms, strict schedules, and bingo at 4 p.m. sharp, you're not thinking of assisted living. This isn't about locking your parents away. It's about giving them a life with more freedom, not less. In assisted living, seniors live in their own private apartments, often with a kitchen, a bathroom, and their favorite recliner right where they want it. There's help available for cooking, cleaning, medication, and transportation. But it's on their terms. It's like living in a condo complex with friends, nurses, and a dining hall that doesn't serve mystery meat. My Uncle Jerry moved into one after his arthritis made cooking a struggle. Within a week, he joined a walking group, made a poker buddy, and learned how to use FaceTime for the first time ever. The average cost? Around $5,900 per month, which may sound high, but it includes housing, food, help with daily tasks, and 24/7 staff. It's still less than full-time nursing home care, which can easily top $10,000. And unlike traditional care facilities, these places are built to feel like home, not a hospital. It's perfect for older adults who can still manage most of their day-to-day life, but need a bit of a safety net and want the freedom to live rather than just exist. For many families, this is the sweet spot. Independence with just the right amount of support. In some cultures, it's the norm. In others, it's a forgotten option. But for families who want to stay close, bringing an aging parent into your home can be one of the most meaningful and challenging choices you'll ever make. When my friend Marcus moved his mom into their guest room, he wasn't sure how it would go. She'd just lost her husband. He had 2 kids, a busy job. But within a month, his kids were baking cookies with Grandma, and she was smiling again, really smiling for the first time in weeks. Living with family offers something that no institution can replicate. Love in the little moments, daily dinners, inside jokes, holding hands during movie night. Those things matter. It's also the most affordable option on this list, especially if you don't need full-time medical care. Even hiring part-time help or making home modifications costs far less than a nursing home. But let's be real, it's not always easy. Caregiver burnout is very real. You'll need to set boundaries, rotate responsibilities with siblings if possible, and plan for breaks using respite care or adult day programs. Still, many families say the emotional rewards outweigh the stress. Your parent feels safe, valued, and loved. And you gain something too. Time you'll never regret having. Because sometimes keeping them close isn't just about care, it's about connection. What if your parents could live in their own space, but never feel alone? That's the idea behind senior co-housing. Think private apartments or cottages clustered around shared spaces where older adults support each other, split costs, and build friendships in a setting that feels more like a neighborhood than a facility. My neighbor's mom joined a co-housing group last year. She gardens with friends in the morning, shares potluck dinners twice a week, and still gets help from a visiting nurse when needed. It's the perfect balance of privacy and connection. There's no staff knocking every hour, no intercoms, just a small, like-minded community of people aging on their own terms. It's also surprisingly affordable. Housing costs, utilities, and occasional caregiving services are often shared, making it a great option for seniors on a fixed income. But here's the catch. It works best for active, relatively healthy seniors who are willing to pitch in and live cooperatively. It's not for everyone, and it does take some upfront planning to find the right fit. Still, for the right person, senior co-housing can feel like reclaiming life, not downsizing it. Because aging doesn't have to mean isolation. Sometimes it just takes a village. You might not hear much about it, but adult daycare is one of the smartest tools families use to keep aging parents at home longer without burning out in the process. Here's how it works. Seniors spend the day at a local care center where they get meals, medical check-ins, social time, and structured activities. Then they come home at night to their own bed, their own space, and their family. It's a game changer for working adults who want to care for their parents but can't be there 24/7. One woman I spoke to used it for her mom with early dementia. While she was at work, her mom was painting, exercising, and having lunch with new friends. No isolation, no sitting alone all day. And the best part? It's affordable. The national average is around $2,100 per month, a fraction of what you'd pay for assisted living or nursing homes. Of course, it's not right for everyone. Seniors with severe medical needs may require more round-the-clock care. But when paired with part-time in-home help, you can build a full care plan without full-time costs. Adult daycare doesn't just fill time, it brings life back into the day, for both your parent and for you. This is the conversation most families avoid until they can't. When a loved one is seriously ill, the pressure to do everything possible can feel overwhelming. But sometimes the most compassionate choice isn't more treatment, it's more comfort. That's what hospice and palliative care are all about. Relief over routine, peace over procedures. Hospice isn't giving up. It's saying we want these final months to be pain-free, meaningful, and filled with love. It focuses on managing symptoms, reducing stress, and creating space for connection, often in the comfort of your own home. Palliative care is similar, but it can begin earlier, even while someone is still receiving treatment. It's not just for the very end. It's about improving quality of life right now. And here's something most families don't know. Medicare typically covers hospice care in full. That means families can stop stressing about bills and start focusing on what really matters: being present. One family I met delayed hospice until the final week. They told me later it was their biggest regret. They could have had more time with their mom instead of running between doctors and paperwork. So if your loved one is facing a terminal diagnosis, talk to their doctor sooner than later. Hospice might be the most loving decision you ever make, because the final chapter matters and everyone deserves to write it with dignity. If you're still watching, here's what I want you to remember. Nursing homes are not the only path. They're not even the best option for most families. From in-home care, to assisted living, to co-housing, to bringing a parent home, there are ways to give your loved ones the life they deserve, with dignity, comfort, and connection. I know this choice is hard, but I also know you care deeply, and that matters more than anything. So before you sign anything, before you give in to the pressure, explore these options. Ask questions. Talk to people. You might just find a solution that gives everyone peace of mind. Comment with number 1 if this helped you. Comment with number 2 if you've already walked this road. Your story might help someone else who's searching right now. And if this video made you feel a little more hopeful, hit like, hit subscribe. And thanks for being the kind of person who's trying to do what's right when it matters most. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.